So everyone, just we will wait one more minute for everyone to join in. So meanwhile, we can start our conversation. You can tell me, like from which city you belong and all. And let me just first of all tell you, like there are three sessions and three portals, different portals in this particular webinar. One is your chat section, one is your Q&A, and one is your hand raise. Okay, if you want to acknowledge the mentor, if you want to acknowledge me, or want to say anything, just to use the chat section in this webinar. And if you have any sort of questions, if any kind of questions, just write down on the Q&A section. Okay, plus there is a hand raise option. Like if in the end if you want to ask any questions, just hand raise your hand. We will gonna surely gonna point you and answer all your questions. Okay, and meanwhile you can just tell me, like, is my voice is audible, my video is visible to everyone? You can write down on the chat section, and we can start the session then. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce you about Unikaksha. Okay, like on the platform you are right now, it is Unikaksha, and it's an upskillment platform that helps students and working professionals upskill themselves in their tech career with the help of our top mentors and an industry relevant curriculum. Okay, so far we have had a positive impact in the careers of 10,000 plus students. Okay, and today with the Guru class, we hope to help you in the same manner. Okay, so today's topic is CSS mastery. So did you know the website with excellent user experience have the potential to increase customer satisfaction by up to 87%? Right, when you visit some websites, if it looks really amazing, the traffic increases by itself because you want to visit again that website, right? So mastering CSS will set you apart from competition and opens door to existing career opportunities also. Okay, in this Guru class, we will learn how to use CSS to make stunning websites. Okay, we will also share the certificate of this Guru class with all the attendees. We would like everyone to share it on LinkedIn by tagging Unikaksha, like using hashtags like hashtag Unikaksha, hashtag full stack development, hashtag coding, learning, hashtag monstack. Or we will also gonna love if you do that on Instagram also. Okay, so by sharing your certificate, you will demonstrate your commitment to continuous learning and professional growth while also positioning yourself as a standout candidate in the eyes of potential employers and industry peers. Okay, so I hope everyone will do the same. It's for your own benefit. Okay, so today's webinar, like the Guru class, is taken by Pranesh. Okay, so let me introduce you all about the mentor. So he have a 5+ years of industry experience in languages like Python, C, C++, and JavaScript. In this Guru class, he will use his knowledge and experience to guide you through today's topic and answer all your relevant queries in the Q&A sessions. So without further, let's start the session. So over to you, Pranesh.
Yeah, Manan, thank you so much. So, hi everyone, good morning. So how are you all doing? All good? Okay. So yes, today's topic is all about mastering your skills in the CSS, right? So before we master, we need to know about the core concept, why the CSS is used for, how it can be used, what is the purpose of using this, and with this, what and all the exploitations the web technologies are looking into. So these are the factors we need to look into, right? Before coming to knowing about our language, right? So in this session today, what we are going to see is what it is all about, our CSS entirely, from the basic structure onwards till the advanced, how responsive it can be in your website, how this what is the term which is called as responsiveness when it comes to CSS in our web technologies over there. So from this basic point to that depth point, we are going to see a proper understanding over here. Okay, and also what is the key concepts in that when it comes to building it as well as when it comes to mastering it. What and all the key concepts you have to look into this. Okay. So this is what today's agenda is, which we are going to look into. Okay, all right. So without any further delay, we'll get into the topic. Okay. But before we get into this topic, before getting know about the CSS, style. I think so you are able to see some three cool pictures in the presentation, right? A Shah Rukh Khan, and then a BMW car is there, and then a temple is there. So what is the main understanding over here? The car looks so stylish. The temple sculptures has been did it in a proper styling over there. And then a man who is there with a style over there, with the attitude over there, right? So in today's world, if you look into each and every sector over there, whether it can be any of the sectors or any of the common industry which you are trying to look into, they need a purpose. Okay, they need to have a purpose over there. But with the purpose, you also should have some little attention to detail, the stylings. Right, the styling is nothing but when it comes to in a common ideology, we can take like movie stars, and then all of them having some good hairstyles or good postures, and then everything, dressings, that's all. But the main criteria is the propagation, how we are propagating ourselves. What is the purpose over there for the propagation? For that, we carry forward a style in building a machine to constructing a work, and then every single place, right? Wherever you go, this is what happening for us. A style is required. The style is just not only a single term over there without any understandings over there. It is for a purpose, for better understanding, as well as for the better performance or propagation over there. Okay, in this point, the styling which you are seeing over there, which has a logical imagination for us. Okay, we can bring it in this order so it looks more style, and there would be a purpose for us, right? But what is our CSS? CSS is nothing but a cascading style sheet. The full form itself called as cascading style sheet. Okay, so this cascading style sheet is the only point of communication for styling to our computers. Okay, as a computer, you don't know this because inside this, when you're trying to create them, you have to give some stylings over there. So the computer has to understand the language because our understanding is completely different. The systems, the computer, server, machines, all of them understanding is entirely different over there. Okay, so for that differentiation purpose only, the CSS is used for. When it comes to web technology, you have HTML, which is for the content, and then CSS is for the styling, and then JavaScript is for your behavior. So that aside, we will talk about the CSS alone today. Okay, so this is what our styling purpose, which is used for. And inside this, you have all your properties and then values, each and every single thing. Okay. Okay, when it is being getting communicated with our computer, we all call it as a programming language, isn't it or not? Take, for example, take any of the programming languages over there, out there, whether it is a C, C++, or Java, JavaScript, or lot more, PHP, Ruby, React, every single thing is a programming language. Okay, so we also call this as a programming language, some of them, our HTML and then CSS and all. But actually, the name itself, it is clearly written, it is not a programming language at all. Okay, this is completely a style sheet. Okay, so to avoid this confusion, first you have to get into this. This is not at all a programming language, because in the programming language, we have a functionality over there. Based on the function, we create something. In this, we are going to exploit it. So that is what the complete criteria over here. Okay, so before we dive into the topic a lot more deeper inside this, so without that, I'll just ask a question first. So it's a poll time now.
So just everyone just you have a question over the screen, and the question is CSS a programming language? So if you think the answer is A, select A. If you think the answer is B, select B, C or D, whatever you think, just select the answers. So you can see like still many of you haven't attended. Guys, be attentive in the webinar. Like this is for your own good. We will just analyze everything, like how much you are attentive in this. Okay, like still 50%. Okay, so we should, end this poll now. So many of you have answered A and many of you have answered D, right? So the correct answer is Pranesh, you can tell.
The correct answer is D actually. So that is what just now I gave an explanation. It is a style
Yes.
sheet language. It's not a programming language.
Exactly. So the answer is D. So whoever has selected D option, yes, I can say that you are attentive in this Guru class. So still someone have selected A. So which is not like CSS is not a programming language. So for you, just be attentive in this session so that for future polls you can correct give an correct answer. So okay.
Okay, all right. So you have got a basic understanding over here that this CSS is not a programming language, it's a style sheet. This is the way of communicating to our websites for styling purpose. Okay, so what is called as a styling, how it is being combined. So that is what we are going to see right now, right? So when it comes to styling for us, our HTML is the main thing which is getting loaded in our browsers, right? When we want to send some requests to any of the web pages out over there, or if you want to see any of the websites, the first we are typing that IP address or the particular address of the web page, right? Google.com or Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, what is the main domain name? We are typing that. So immediately when this request is made in our browser, it is moving to the server. First, it receives our HTML file. Okay. In case if your internet is getting loaded over there, or if you have an internet failure while when the server and the machine is being communicated over there, then you will be receiving it just a default HTML file, right? In that also, you'll be not having any stylings and all, but still, when you see the text over there, or any background colors, or any color for the text, or some of the font families which is used by default itself, right? Because in our HTML files, we have lot and lots of tags over there. We don't want to go in depth for the HTML now. So all those tags is having some name or having some purpose over there, right? So what is the purpose? If it is a heading tag, it has to be there in this particular size, in this font family, and then also the color of the text. This representations and all is there, right? So this is what called as browser style sheet, which is also called as user agent style sheet. Okay, so your HTML is holding the content over there, but still for there also your CSS is having a bind over there. Okay, so without the CSS, that things are not being created over there. So those are called as a default styles for the users who is using over there. In that also, if you want to create or exploit some of the additional properties, and then only you will be getting into the CSS part. Okay. Okay. All right. So what is the main basic thing why CSS is used for? maybe we can say one of the important thing that yes, on the basis of style purposes, because in the previous days and all, when you want to build a website, or when you want to what should I say, when you want to edit something, each and every images over there or each and every text over there, it has to be done in the HTML itself, right? So now then later on the CSS part came in. All the stylings by happened so easily by calling their tag names. And then those tag names and all you can see over here in this point. This is just a browser page over there. My output is there in the top window as hello world, and then below you have the HTML file. On the right hand side you have the CSS for that. So by using the tag name, you can simply write the properties and then values over here. You can change them simultaneously and then immediately over there. And okay, so by using the tag names only, we will be able to create that stylings, right? But that is only not the purpose. That is not at all a major purpose over here. Not only styling the elements, also arranging them in a proper structure. Okay, you might have whenever you open your browsers over there, you always see this a proper structure and alignment should be there. If the website is not being aligned properly, you won't be have the that feel of reading to it, and also you will not understand it, because when you want to build a website, you must also show your readability over there for your content, how the people has to read that very well, understand that very well, find out the things very well properly. So that comes when you are arranging your things properly. Okay, so that arrangement is pretty much important over here. So when you want to look into the aspects over here, you can also say visual styling and then layout controls and then your maintainability of your CSS and also accessibility. So these are the main four things you have to look into this. Okay. And then the major part is what? Layout. Okay, fine. So what is this layout may be called as? I don't know whether you people have seen in this your browser. In each and every browser, you will be having some margins over there. And also this CSS, the main criteria over here is it's a design language. Still, the purpose of built in this is having a programmable language structure. Because when it comes to a programming languages, they will be having a structure, a functionality over there, right? In creating that or in implementing that, the same methodology, the same concept of work structure is being also included in this. Okay, and that is what these are the selectors. They used to call this as hierarchy of selectors. Okay, how the CSS is being specified, what is the importance you need to give when you want to do the styling purpose. Okay, in this you have this elements and then pseudo class, which comes under the last priority over there. And then from there onwards, you have this class, attributes, ID, inline. We have three different types of writing our CSS. One is inline, and then second one is internal, third one is external. So inline is writing inside your tag, which has more priority. And then internal, when you want to write it inside the same HTML file. And external is something you will be writing in a separate file, individual file over there. The file name alone will be linked to this. Okay, so these are the three different ways of writing your CSS to your HTMLs over there, and also the priority also for that, which styling has to appear first. For that only you have this format hierarchy. This hierarchy will be there in the mostly it will be there in the programming languages. Okay, other than programming language, in this also the same structure for the values has been created. Okay, and this is the visual aspects. And second, one more thing is box model. This is what very important over here, box models. Okay, so before we go into this box model, there is a cardboard over there. Okay, so this cardboard you might have seen in maybe getting an Amazon delivery or inside your house itself. If you want to arrange a few things, maybe the packers and then movers who is coming to vacate your house, And they bring these boards first. And then some of the covers, papers, rolls, everything, they will be bringing it, right? So what they do immediately, they start to roll up those things in a proper order. Instead of taking it and then putting inside the box directly, they first take the few things and put it neatly over there. They just try to roll them properly or arrange them inside the small box properly. And then the same box or the package goes inside the bigger box, right? So multiple things inside the box, they are trying to arrange it in a neat manner. Isn't it or not? Even if you get a delivery over there, what happens? Based on the size of the material, they give some corners, some of the, what should I say, some of the cloths and all, or sponges, or some waste materials over there, so that inside the material doesn't damage. Isn't it or not? And they put it in the center of the box and then the package, right? Similarly, our stylings are used for that purpose. In this, the main important key role to learn is box model. How you have to arrange them in a structure. Each and every single thing. For example, take this presentation itself. This entire presentation screen is a box now. It is the browser page. Okay, in this, the letters, the CSS, and then on top of that, the blue heading, and then the unique aksha, and the box model, the text, images, each and everything is put it in the separate places, right? All those, each and every single one will have a box model over there. So this box model is nothing but giving the margins over there, giving a border over there, giving some patterns over there, and then content. So first the content is replicated, and then above on top of that, you have all these informations to be added. Okay. If you don't wish to add also, that is all right, fine. But if you need to add them, you can also add them using your proper dimensions, giving them a proper dimensions for each and every single information you're trying to take. It can be an image, it can be a text, it can be a video, it can be an audio, anything. Okay, so this is how you try to structure them. First, smaller contents are getting structured, the heading part, that's the main content part, and then the subdivisions over there, and then the footer part over there. So all these things are first, they have bring it in the proper structure, and that entire proper structure is brought into the browser, and the browser, for the total browser, you have a structure over there where this has to be placed. Okay, so if I have hundreds and hundreds of content over there, all those hundreds are splitted into 10 different groups. Inside the 10 different groups, the 10 of them are arranged in the proper places. It becomes a one single group now. So that one single group where it has to reflect in the browser. So now all the 10 contents are being structured in the browser. Like that, all the 10 groups are being arranged in a proper size. So each and every single thing inside the group or outside the group, this is what they call it as a parent class and then the child class, because the parent is the main one. Inside all the 10 contents will have a control to them. They will be having their own controls together. Okay, so they get arranged in a proper way. In that way only you will be using this margins, paddings, all those, or if you don't wish to, you give them the proper height and then width over there. So box model is very important over here when you want to arrange all your files over there. Okay, so it is a poll time now. One more question for us, for you all.
So it is, guys, there is another poll for you. So the question is, what is the relationship between HTML and CSS? So whatever option you think is correct, just select it. We will just give around 15 to 20 seconds for this question, okay? Okay, like few more attendees have to give. Okay, so everyone have give the answer. Okay, so see, the correct answer of this question is option D, which is HTML and CSS are two different technologies. HTML is used for content while CSS is used for presentation and styling. Okay, so like whoever have given option D for this question have selected a correct answer, and I can see like a few have selected C also, and that is wrong answer. So be attentive, guys. So let's start the session again.
Yes,
So
Madam. Thank you.
yes, over to you, Pranesh.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. So that is what the relationship for your HTML and then CSS part. Okay. So HTML is nothing but it will be having a content over there, and then CSS will be doing the styling sheet over there. Okay. So the first thing which gets loaded to my files is the HTML, and then only all the things will be arranged over there. Okay, then afterwards only the machine brings the connectivity to your server, and then all the CSS and then JavaScript parts comes in contact to your machines. Okay, all right. Next one, the main criteria of today's topic, which is called as responsiveness, right? Before I get into this responsiveness, we know this word, right? As a human being, what we look into responsiveness over here, a quick reaction, he's responding well. In medical terms, okay, when the medicines is going for the patient, he is being responsive over there. The patient is responding for the treatment, right? Like that. Or we can also say that this person is having a kind of ideology that he behaves in a lot more matured way. He is more responsible over there, right? Either like this, or in this, like in the sports, when it comes to racing or athletics or football, whatever it is, how the ball comes on, all of a sudden how your reactions goes very quickly over there, how quick you are trying to respond that very well, properly, right? After the launch of your running, if you are still standing in that place, other people would have moved on. You would lose your position. So you have to respond a lot more quicker over there, right? So responsiveness is first thing is behaving it quickly over there, right? And also having some of the positive mindset over there, right? So each and everything, this positive mindset is something like once if you're doing the same thing repeatedly over there, we get bored, right? If you're doing the same things over there in your work culture, same stylings or same attitude, and then same method of speaking or teaching or whatever it is, many aspects are there. Once if you're starting to do the same things over there, people gets to bored. And also you also feel that it is very bored over there. Maybe for your content, if your content has to reach over there, you need a different way of approach over there. So that approach is very, very important. And then this approach is definitely important when it comes to your web development in styling department. Okay. So that is what responsive designs are, right? Before getting into this responsive design, again, we have lots and lots of devices over there, right? So pretty much many devices are there. Mobile phones, laptops, tablets, and then desktop, right? Right now, even the televisions which we are looking into, we are connected with them and then see all those, right? We need some bigger monitors over there, curved display, desktops and all. Okay, fine. If I want even more bigger over there, we are using our televisions as a system display, desktop, right? And also for projectors and all. So like this, starting from a smaller device over there, a small screen device too, we have larger screens over there. Isn't it or not? But when the same operating system which you are trying to open over there, for example, if it is a Windows, if the same presentation, if I'm trying to open in the mobile devices, I'm able to. If I open the same device, if I open the same presentation over there in the tablets, of course, yes, I'm able to do that. And also at the same time, if I want to open this in the laptop, on the desktop, or on the TVs, or in a projector, if I want to show them, everything is possible over there. So this possibility, how it comes? Based on your first thing to understand this, pixels. So pixels is a very important thing in our CSS. Okay, that pixels is will be having a unit over there, and then in that way only all your data are getting arranged in a proper structure, starting from the mobile to your TV or anything out over there. Okay, and also at the same time, if you want to build anything, you need a responsiveness over there. So this responsiveness is nothing but getting your CSS the built for all the websites, all the operating systems over there. We have different browsers. If when it comes to Windows, we have Chrome, Windows, as well as for mobile devices, you can also say this Android, Chrome, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, and the normal default browsers and all which is there, Brave. So like this, different browsers are there in our Windows as well as in our uh, mobiles, right? Many browsers are there. At the same time, when it comes to iOS, we have this Safari. The same browsers are there in the iOS as well as Macs too. But other than that, we have the Safari also, right? So everywhere this has to be responsive. Inside this one browsing itself, you have lot and lots of operating systems, right? Other than this, you have lot and lot of operating systems over there, devices out there, right? So each and every devices is having multiple different processors, and then different screen sizes over there, and then different way of RAM management over there, software management over there, right? But if the same website is getting opened in all single one of the devices, and then the content is being arranged over there. In case if I open the same website over there in a mobile, and then if half of the content you are not able to see that, that is not responsive. Still, you need to show the entire content in the proper design structure over. That is what called as layouting. Okay, in this layout only, you will be using your media functions inside the CSS. And also the flexbox properties and the grid properties. So this is the main major thing you have to master it. By mastering it only, you will be coming to know about the frameworks inside this. The frameworks is another topic over there. I'll tell you in a bit. So how you have to structure them, how you have to lay out them, and then how you have to put the contents properly over there, arrange them in a proper order. And along with that, you need to show that for all the devices. Supportability should be there for all the devices out there. Okay, then only it is called as a responsive design. Okay, in that you have this. This is what the responsive design is used for each and everything, starting from the mobile to larger screen. The smaller screen mobiles, I'm telling you, a minimum size. From that onwards, right now we see some mobiles which is having beyond 6.5 inches and all, 6.3, 6.5 inches of screen. So all those screen sizes will be converted into resolutions over there. So this resolution, this is what the range for them, starting from 320 pixels to 767 pixels out there. And then from there onwards till 1023, you have for tablets, and then comes for our laptops and then desktops out there. So based on this resolution only, my content is being delivered over there. How this has to, from which range to which range of devices I have to build my website, how this content has to be laid out. That responsiveness you cannot create with your HTML. So CSS is the very important part over there, where it has a proper layouting over there. Each and every division's layout structure is being given. Along with the structure, you will be able to arrange them and then propagate them easily. Okay, this is what main response is. And they also called us breakpoints in our media queries. That is what I told you, the media functions. Okay, by using this breakpoint values and then the media queries function, you will be able to build your website properly over there and then show them for which devices you are trying to show for. Starting, if the minimum criteria is mobile, from there onwards till your larger screens, it will be propagated properly, whether it can be any size of devices. Okay, and in that only you have this frameworks. So rather than CSS, you also have this additional frameworks out there, which can do even better styling. And then the purpose of frameworks over here is not only responsiveness, also the layout structures over there. By using the CSS, you have some default of a 8-column layout structure. But when you're using the frameworks, you have the 12 grid structure over there, column gridding structures over there. So you have 12 different types of columns in the same browser page. So that structure can be brought out through frameworks, CSS frameworks. In that framework, if you want to master it, the Bootstrap is the one which has lot more, which is completely open source for us. We need to know what is the purpose of the Bootstrap, and then we can build a website with the HTML and then CSS. When the content is ready with us, give the content, apply the CSS using the frameworks out there within one single day, within as soon as possible, not even one single day, as soon as possible. A smaller website can be built in as fast as possible. That is what the main advantage of using your frameworks out there. Okay, but it's the poll time now.
Yes, guys, there is the another poll. So the question is, what is the purpose of CSS media queries? Okay, and whatever option you think is correct, just select it. This time I want everyone to give answer for this poll. Okay, so I guess everyone have answered, and the correct answer is option D, and 100% of the attendees have selected the answer right. Okay, so be attentive in this session again. So let's continue, Pranesh.
Yeah, Manan, thank you. Okay, all right. So all of them gave the right answer over here. Yes, it is used to adapt your website design. The same contents will be there in the mobile. The same Google website is opening in all the operating system. But if you see in center, you will be having the name, the search column below, and then even below that, you will be having what and all languages you need to search, 2 buttons, Google search, or else I am feeling lucky over there, which is there from the very beginning of the Google and then till date. That buttons and then the language option and then your location. On the top right, you have the your sign-in options, and then what and all the Gmail products, Google's products over there, Gmail, mails, and then style sheets, and then some of the documents, and then all those products which has been launched by the Google. So this is the default layout from the very beginning to till date. We are seeing it. When you're opening in the laptop or desktop, the same is what there in the all of the devices. The functionality, the styling, everywhere it is the same. But the code is only one. So what is the main criteria over there? The reusability. You are not trying to build something for the mobile devices one, for this particular devices one. Once it has been done, it is been binded for all the websites out there. For that only you use the media queries. So let us come to the final verdict over here. So this is what you have, things you need to master it. So first you need to know about what it is CSS. When you want to learn, when you want to implementing something for your learning out over there, the things which you have to convert is, first you need to understand what it is used for. And then the second thing you need to use, think about is why it is used for. The third one, how it is used for. And then where it is used for. So these are the four criteria things when you want to start learning for something. Okay, so that learning has to be provided. As a mentor, I need to also provide this in this particular structure. And also when you are also learning in this structure, then only you will come to know how well you are trying to understand it. Okay, unless until if the teaching doesn't goes in this way, still you're going to struggle in some of the places by not understanding the concept. Okay, so from the basic onwards, why, how, when, all these things, then you will come to know what is the key aspects over there, what and all you have to carry forward. Okay, and when it comes to in CSS, all the stylings, all the properties over there, and then each and every property has some values over there from the basic styling onwards, which is there by default itself for our HTMLs. If you want to change for them also, that is possible by CSS. Okay, changing the simple styles over there. From there, in that point onwards, the main two key roles over here is the box model and then your media function for responsive design. And when it comes to responsive design, you also have this flex box as well as your grid positions as well as your media function. So these are the three different things, the main important aspects over here, rather than the box model, which is able to, you will be able to arrange them in a proper structure, and then supportability and then reusability will be there for pretty much all the devices out there. Okay, so this is what the final verdict is. Okay, so thank you everyone. I hope the session will be useful for you all. Might be having some lot more informative over here, I guess. So share your opinions now.
Yeah,
Any
thank you
queries and
so
doubts?
thank you so much, Pranesh, for this amazing session. I guess everyone have liked it. And I hope if you guys have any sort of questions, you can write down on the Q&A session or the chat session. So Pranesh can answer all your questions. Okay, so meanwhile, let me introduce you again about Unikaksha. Okay, so Unikaksha is an upskillment platform which provides learning of full stack development and different programs in it. So like right now you have learned CSS from of like basic of CSS, right? And if you really want to, learn from Pranesh and from other mentors, like every sort of things which is related to websites and all, full stack development and all. So we have proper mentors for that, like Pranesh we have, right? So we will gonna train you from basic to the advanced level in full stack development. We have different price models also, like your pay after placement, some synergy, autonomy, and some different things. And this particular course will just gonna take around 5 months or 6 months of yours to complete the learning. Okay. And for this session, like you will also going to receive the certificate. Okay. And we hope, like as I told you before, we hope like you will gonna share that on LinkedIn by using hashtags like hashtag Unikaksha, hashtag full stack development and all. Okay, so I am just we also give free one-on-one counseling sessions to every person. Okay, so I am just launching a form in which it is saying, are you interested for a one-on-one counseling session? Okay, just select yes, and if you are not, just select no. So our counselors will gonna call you and will gonna guide you for your best career path in the current right now current market. So we will gonna analyze your profile, and we will gonna tell you what's best for you right now. Okay, it's completely free. You can select yes if you want to have a counseling session, a one-on-one call with the counselor. Okay, so we'll just give 5 more seconds for this particular poll. Okay, so we can end this poll. Okay. Yeah. So If you guys have any sort of questions, anything, you can, write down on the Q&A. We will just wait around 2 to 3 minutes for your questions. So Pranesh or me will gonna answer all your questions, whatever questions you have. Like Ashutosh, Prince, Sunil, any questions? Be attentive, guys. So I guess no one have any sort of questions. So should we end this Guru class? Maybe yes or no. Okay, so we have one questions. No, I don't have any questions. Okay, Prince, thank you so much for acknowledging. So like you can follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all, so that you can get updates of every Guru class. Like we conduct Guru class on every Saturday, and it's completely free. We also conduct webinars on Wednesday and Saturday. So if you want updates about current market standards, want to have updates about Guru class and all, you can just follow us on Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube, so that you can going to have updates on everything. So I guess Pranesh, we can end this session now, right?
Yeah, Manan. Yes, of course.
Yes. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Pranesh, for this amazing session. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Bye, Manan. Thank you.